Hello, my name is Cinda Brock and I'm the founder and trainer for Champions Equestrian. Today what we're going to work on is lateral, advanced lateral movement, and we're going to move into what's called the haunches-in. Before we do that, I'm going to show you some position of the rider's leg in order to communicate with the horse to get this lateral movement. So what you're doing when Lisa's riding, and we did this in the shoulder-in, was when you're communicating with the horse's front end and middle and hind end, this comes from not just starting in your mind what you're telling him to do, but it starts from up here where the communication is. Most people think that it's just their leg that tells the horse to do something. Yes, the position has to be correct, but she's also communicating with the weight of her seat bone, how she's stretching through the back of her leg, where the angle of her shoulder is over her body. And so when she's communicating to the shoulder, she's using her opposite side to move the shoulders off the rail, and we'll show that on the other side in just a second. Razzle is actually facing to the left, and so when we're talking about position, when she's communicating with his whole body, just in general and going straight, I call her leg basically in position 2 at a walk and a trot. So what I'm talking about is when we're looking at positions of the leg, right behind the girth is 1, that is where I think about communicating with the shoulder. Right under her seat is what I call 2, that's in general the middle of the horse's body. And then when we go into 3, this communicates canter, and he's even moving. You can tell him shift his weight just by moving her leg. It wasn't even on the horse and he paid attention to that. And he reflects that very well. When she moves her leg just slightly behind here, and you can even tell he's responding to that, we're communicating the back end of the horse. Whether that's haunches in, or that's half pass, or that's canter, counter canter, any of those things are contributing to what the communication is. When you're thinking about the opposite side, because you have to take both, she can't just put her inside leg in a certain position and then leave her opposite side open or not doing anything. She also has to be able to communicate those positions 1, 2, and 3 on this opposite side. So if she's tracking left, and what we just covered was the shoulder in, what Lisa did is she had her opposite left leg in 3, where it was back keeping the hind end on the rail, and her opposite outside leg, good boy, was communicating for him to bring the shoulders off the rail. So if you've ever heard that term, ride the horse between the leg and the rein, she is demonstrating just this. And it doesn't matter if you ride dressage, you ride Western, you ride jumpers, all of this is the same when we're communicating quadrants and spacing and where we're telling the horse what to do. And it starts with not just your mind, but it starts with the rest of the body going down and moving your leg.